Hey guys, just wanted to come on and kind of update you guys from the founder's perspective here at the Hub Gym. My name is Luke Owens and I'm the founder of the Hub Gym. We've been here going on 12 years. September 1st, we'll actually celebrate our 12th year of being in business here on Main Street in Broken Arrow, which blows my mind, right? Because I remember about 12 or 13 years ago, sitting on the living room floor with my wife, after owning our fitness center at the time called Access Fitness for nearly 7 years. We were at a place where we had to make a decision. Are we going to continue this dream of owning a fitness center, affecting people's lives every day through the vein of health and fitness? Or are we going to take the advice of those who told us, maybe you ought to file bankruptcy or look at going back into corporate America for that financial security that was there, But there was something inside of me, I don't know if this is true for my wife or not, but there was something inside of me that just could not imagine not doing what I'm doing. I remember being asked before owning our first fitness center, if you did not have to do what you're doing today, what would you do? And all that I could say, I couldn't think of a specific profession. I couldn't think, it wasn't like I want to go be a fireman, or something like that. I couldn't think of a specific venture, right? But all I knew was that I want to positively impact people's lives. My life at that point had been impacted by people that made a huge difference, completely shifted my perspective on life. And so I wanted to carry that on. I wanted to carry that torch and do the same for other people. So as my wife and I are sitting there on the living room floor, going through about version 14 of our business plan, and our mentor at the time, we would be super excited. We thought this is going to be the version that's going to get the yes. We've been turned down by all of the banks in the area. We had a dream, but it needed to be refined. So anyway, we're sitting there at about 14 versions in of this business plan. And if anybody knows me, that's a tall task. I'm more an action-oriented person, so to sit down and really go through that process was something. I'm super grateful for it now, but at the time it was like, my gosh, maybe we should listen to these people, Anyway, we're sitting there, and finally my wife said, you know what? Like, why are you doing this? There are other ways to impact people's lives. Why this? Why is this what you need to be doing? And I echoed the answer from 7 or 8 years prior to that. I said I cannot think of a better platform for me to keep me engaged. Owning a fitness center allows you to come in contact with a myriad of people on a consistent basis, and I'm a person who likes that type of thing. Being static, being somewhere or in a state of mind or being that's static and stuck, never really worked for me, And so I said, I can't think of a different venture that could answer that for me, And I had already experienced nearly a decade in the industry, and some of my deepest relationships came as a result of being in the fitness industry. My belief is that people go to a gym, a bar, a hospital for one reason and one reason only. And that is because they woke up not feeling good about who they were, what they saw in the mirror, or how life was going. I know how that feels. And so I wanted to create a center where a person could come in feeling all of those things and learn, guess what? You're not alone. That is not unique to you. But you are having a unique experience within your own self, right? And we can be here to help you. Like, we can be a mirror for you through those sticking points. And honestly, you can be a mirror for us. So through community and a connection of vulnerability, we can figure this out. And health and fitness is a great way to do that. Getting the body moving, keeping it active, being sedentary is like a pathway to further deepening depression, deepening anxieties, and stagnation. It's just what leads to more of that. But being active and being with people and allowing them to see those parts of you that are uncertain, can kind of keep you moving in the direction of health, right? So for me, that's what was important, and I just could not give that idea up. And you could call me hard-headed, or whatever that looks like for you. But for me, I knew for certain that this was the venue that was going to give me that opportunity and give the community, the individuals within the community, the opportunity to realize a better version of their life, a better version of themselves. So we're sitting there, and for whatever reason, the culture of this show called Cheers came through my mind, and the song was there, and I just kept hearing, come to a place where everybody knows your name. And I know from a personal experience that we can kind of fall into just the pond of people. We become a number, and maybe while at first when you join, there's this motivation, this excitement, but quickly that burns out, and you just become a number. You learn how to come in and push the green light on the treadmill that says start. You can figure out a few pieces of equipment, to make you feel like maybe you're doing something, but eventually that changes. That just doesn't work. That's not going to perpetuate change over time. And so members would quit. They would, and this was at Access Fitness, and I thought, man, how do we fix that? And with Lily's question of why do you want to keep doing this? What's important to you? All that kept coming back is, dude, I want to be a center where people can grow over time, continue making progress. And so you, the member, became the focal point. That's what I kept coming back to. What's important to you? And I said, the member, the experience of the member. And so after saying, like, I want to be the center of health and fitness in the Broken Arrow community, I want to be a center of, we got out the thesaurus and we looked up the word center. And immediately the word hub jumped off the page. And the definition of hub is the center of activity within a network or region. And I thought, well, that's perfect. Like, we want to be the hub of health and fitness within the Broken Arrow community. And being a graphic designer by trade, I looked at the word, and in the middle of the word was you. And I thought, like, light bulbs went off, fireworks happened. And I said, that's the name of the gym. It's going to be the hub. And the reason for that is that the you in the middle is what matters. So then we quickly coined the phrase fitness centered around you, and that's what birthed the name. And so we went with it. We finalized our business plan. We took it to the mentor and finally got a yes. We got a yes. And so through that clarity, birthed the name, the Hub Gym. Now, what does all that mean to us, and what does that mean to the member, right? So over the last 12 years, we've begun to ask, like, what is the deciding factor for you to maintain your membership here at the Hub? Or what caused you to come in and trust us in the first place? And they've always said that, you're not the biggest gym. We're about 7,000 square feet, which honestly surprises most people when they come in. They think maybe we're just a small portion of what was the old Farmers Co-op here on Main Street. But when they walk in, they see the vastness of the facility. They're surprised, but still, we're not an 20,000 square foot facility, and we never will be unless it absolutely makes sense. We wanted to maintain a facility that was manageable, realistic for us. I didn't want to have to become like the other big box gyms where we're selling a high number of memberships to pay the bills, filling the space, we all hear about that with the big box gyms, right? They're nice, they're super great, they have a lot of amenities, and they work for a lot of people. They're able to reduce their monthly ask as far as the membership goes because they have 18,000 people coming, maybe not coming through the doors, but signing up for those cheaper memberships, and I did not want to have anything to do with that, right? Because that's not what would answer my vision, and that is to impact your life, right? So I cannot impact 18,000 people's lives as a small business owner. That's not realistic. And so for us, the smaller facility, the more boutique feel has really worked. We've seen countless big box gyms come in and out of the area. And honestly, every time that happens, there's a little part of me that goes, is this going to be the one that makes it impossible for us to continue going? So far, that hasn't been the case. And of course, we see people respond to that new shiny thing, and they come in to cancel the membership. And we always ask the question, and on our sheet, it's maybe it's cute or maybe it's not, but it says, why are you choosing to break up with us? Because we really feel like we grow a relationship with you when you come on here at the Hub. We honestly don't allow everybody that comes in to become a member. And that isn't to sound harsh or weird, but if we go through their first step process and we determine we're not going to be able to help you out, we're not going to be the answer for your why. We'll educate people on that, and they get to make a different decision. But for those that come in and go through that first step and determine, wow, this is what I've been looking for, that means we're a fit and that you're a good fit for us, and that will continue to expand our community in a healthy way and in a realistic way. So our facility is not overrun. You're not going to come in and have to wait on a piece of equipment for an hour or whatever the experience is at another facility. And to be quite honest, I've only ever been a member of one other facility outside of the fitness center at the college I went to. And so I don't have a lot of experience with what a member experience would be like at another facility. I can just talk to you about what it's like here. And so we've kept the facility small. We've kept the facility intimate in the way that we lay it out. And so that's how it's impacted our members over the years. It maintains that one-off and intimate experience for our members and our staff. In addition to being very intentional with the size, the layout of our facility, we also ensure that our staff understands the culture. So when we bring someone onto our staff, we have to, just similar to bringing on a client, right? We have to make sure that their intention for their life, their why, aligns with the values here at the gym. Because again, we're not the biggest facility. We never will be. We won't have at times some of the latest and greatest equipment, right? We have equipment that's effective for sure. Over the last year or so, we've upgraded all of our cardio equipment, so it is new, the newest line. We're currently upgrading a lot of our strength equipment. So we're constantly making improvements to the club, and we will continue to do that. But being a locally owned facility I am the owner. I don't have a huge backing by investors or those type of things, so we do what we can. And I also operate on this idea of minimum effective dose. A lot of people move through space and time being really busy, adding all the newest equipment, trying to recreate the wheel. And being busy is a lot different than being productive. There's a reason that we are still here after 17 years, and it is not because of our facility. It's not because of our equipment. It's because of our culture and our attempt to maintain that culture as it pertains to our members and our staff. So again, in September, we're going to celebrate 12 years being on Main Street. I remember when we decided to move into the old Farmers Co-op building here, my in-laws, had made the decision to purchase the building. My father-in-law is an entrepreneur here in the Broken Arrow area for about 50 years. And so for him, buying commercial property sounded like a good idea. We started work in 2009, I believe. And September 1st of 2011, we got to move in, we got to open. So September 1, we will celebrate 12 years of being here on Main Street. And I remember people saying, why Main Street? You're not going to make it. Other business owners, there was not a lot going on. It's certainly improved over the 12 years, becoming the Rose District. A lot of cool businesses and real estate happening. But at that time, there were like literally tumbleweeds rolling down the street, so it didn't make sense. A lot of my life hasn't made sense. A lot of the decisions that I've made, other people say they wouldn't make. But I'm glad I did, because here we are, and September 1, we celebrate 12 years. Mid-September, we plan to do a 12-year anniversary party. We're going to do, much like we have in the past, a parking lot party, open house type of situation. I hope to see you guys there. If this video impacted you, or it reminds you of why you're here with us at the Hub Gym, I would ask you one thing. Press the share button. Share this with people you know, because that is how we've grown this community, and that's how we'll ensure that more people like you to continue to come. It will allow us to maintain our culture and not have to shift or make a decision to shift that culture as through the desire of maintaining business. So anyways, I hope this video helps you understand who we are and why we do what we do. Please share it. That'll help us out a ton. If you have been a member here for a long time or not a long time and have been impacted here at the Hub, we would love to hear from you. We have a couple of different ways you can do that. You can leave a comment here to the video and tell me, hey dude, great video, love it, it aligns with my experience, or that doesn't align with my experience. I'm open to hearing about that. Also, Google reviews, huge. Our Google reviews are a way that we attract, again, like-minded people and let people know what we are. We don't have a huge marketing budget. We don't spend a lot of money doing that. We just come into this facility. We live the Hub life every day and hope to impact people's lives. So thank you so much for your time. Hope to see you around. Talk to you soon.